What's up, guys? So today I got some fuel injector seals to redo my seals on fuel injectors, obviously, and I got my Fiera intake valve seals that I'm going to hopefully get in today. I'm waiting for a buddy to come down. He's currently waiting for UPS to drop the package off. So hopefully he can come down here relatively soon. And before he comes down, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the cam or the all the timing components kind of removed, pull the cam gears off, because I'm going to be doing this on the head, or I'm going to be doing these seals on the car rather than having them off the car, pulling the head out, since I'm going to have my buddy come down and help me. So I'll have to pull the cam gears off. I'll have to pull the exhaust cam just a little bit to close the valves, and then put air down into the cylinder with this fancy, well, it's inside here, this fancy kit that I got here, and put a couple pounds of air in there, and then I'll be able to use the kit to push down on the valve springs. The air will keep the valves pushed into the cylinder head without falling into the combustion chamber onto the piston. And with his help, he'll be able to compress them. I'll be able to pull the keepers out nice and easy, pull the valve seals out, and replace them with the new ones. It'll be very easy to get these all done once he comes here. I tried doing it just by myself. It's really hard because it has a bar, 2 feet that's set up. You have a bar to compress down onto the spring, and these are the GSC beehives, and they are just a pain in the ass to compress. So with his help, it will be a lot better because he'll be able to compress them, and I'll be able to get 2 hands in there to get the keepers out safely, preventing them from falling down into the head much gooder. But obviously I'm going to be I'll have a piece of probably like a shop towel, I don't know yet, but I'll put something down in between each valves to prevent the keepers, even if they do fall out, to prevent them from going down into the block, because then I'll be really upset. But like I said, before he gets here, I'm gonna pull all the timing components off. I already have the engine at top dead, and then I'm just going to pull the serpentine belt off. Looks like I didn't line it up correctly. It's kind of off my power steering pump. But pull the serpentine belt off, and I'll pull the tensioner off, the crank pulley off. Then I will be removing the engine mount and removing this idler pulley down here, which you guys probably can't see. And then after that, all it is a lower timing belt cover, which is just a couple 10mm bolts throughout. And then I'll be able to take the timing belt tensioner out and the eccentric pulley to relieve all the tension on the timing belt, and then it'll be easy to pull the cam gears off. So I'm going to try to make this video a little bit better with some more time lapses of what's going on, since I am horrible at doing that. So I'm going to try my best to make this a little bit better of a video. Alright guys, so I got all the timing stuff off to get to most of the timing belt and all that stuff. Next thing I'm going to do is throw a couple of zip ties into the cams here to keep the belt from moving around up here. And then I still need to take the tensioner out right there, and then I can get up into the eccentric pulley to relieve the tension on the actual belt itself. Then from there I will pull the cams off, or the cam gears off. That way I can spin the exhaust shaft where I need it, and I'm taking the entire intake cam out so I can get to the springs. Alright guys, so with the hydraulic tensioner out, if you're buying a new one, then obviously it will come with a grenade pin looking thing, but you can use a small Allen key, also works, but you need to make sure that you compress it and that you can fit it in through these holes, and it slides the whole way down and through. Then once you're good with that, whoops, then yeah, then you're solid. Alright guys, so I got the cam gears off, obviously, and the intake cam, or my vac cam, VTech Yo cam, whatever you want to call it, is about to come out. Obviously, there's a bolt here, and over here on the sensor side, and then all of these, I think they're rocker cam holder. I don't know exactly what the actual name for these are, but all these, you gotta, when you're taking them off, you want to start from the outside in, and then whenever you put them on, you want to start from the inside and then go out. I guess in theory, because there's the springs are putting tension on the actual camshaft, that it can theoretically bend it. So you want to even the load as much as possible by doing it that way. Also, each of these have to go exactly back in the spot where they came. It's easy for the end caps because they obviously only go on one side, but they also are all labeled, as you can see. Intake 1, intake 2, intake 3. I don't know if you can see that one. I4. And it keeps going up, and then the arrows will point towards the back of the car for the intake side. The exhaust side will point away from the car. But yeah, you just want to make sure that you put them back on the way they came, and exactly this in the exact same order. Well, there we go guys, got the intake cam out, and next up will be setting up that tool. It has 2 feet. I'll put 1 foot here. I think I had to take out this oil regulator. I put one up here. Yeah, I think I put the feet here. That way I could get down into this, in the cylinder 4's side down here. And that'll be that. What I'll have to do is set up some sort of contraption to try to catch any keepers if they fall. But I do have a magnet that can hold about 5 pounds. And these keepers weigh literally nothing. So hopes that just that magnet alone will catch them, which they should, since it is a strong ass magnet. I don't even know where it went. I need to clean up my shop area. There we go. This thing right here, she's pretty good. Oops. Wow. There we go. Maybe if I actually put it on something that was magnetic, it would work. Unlike, you know, aluminum. But she's got some pull on her, so hope that will work. Should work fine. I used it once before, and it grabbed them keepers real quick. And then just waiting for my buddy Timmy to get here, so I can bust these out. Hopefully it should be relatively quick. The worst part about keepers, or well, anything with valve springs, is putting the keepers back in. It is, I mean, at least for Evos, I mean, or well, DS, with the 4G63, we'll say that, it sucks ass because it's, I don't know, it's just hard. I'll try to get some video of it, if I can find a way to set the camera up to see what we're doing. It might be hard since I don't have any like mounts for it or anything to set it up in cool places. After that's done, then all it is just throwing everything back together and retiming it. But I've done that twice this week so far, so I should be able to do that damn near blindfolded. Alright guys, so I know this video is a little bit long, so I'm going to cut it here, and I'll just pick up with some other stuff a little bit later and just make another video about it. So pretty much the next video is going to be getting my new valve cover and putting everything back together, pretty much. So stay tuned for the next one.